3 to 5 videos posted and nothing happened. 3 to 5 days of streaming and nobody came. And you're seriously thinking about quitting? Look, I get it. I genuinely do. Because I remember sitting in front of my screen, refreshing the analytics page like it was going to magically change, watching the view count just sit there, not moving, and thinking, maybe I'm just not built for this. But here's what nobody tells you, and this is the thing that completely rewired how I think about content creation. Success is not a door that opens after you knock 3 times. Sometimes it takes 20 knocks, sometimes it takes 200. And the people who actually make it, they're not the most talented, they're not the most edited, they're just the ones who didn't stop. So let's actually talk about this, like really talk about it, because I think a lot of us, especially if you're starting out, have this completely broken mental model of how success works online. We look at someone who blew up in 1 month, got monetized in 1 month, and suddenly that becomes the benchmark. That becomes what normal looks like in our heads. And then we compare ourselves to that. Bro, that is like watching someone win the lottery and thinking, why haven't I won it yet? I bought 3 tickets. That's not how probability works. That's not how growth works. And honestly, that's not even the kind of success you should want. Here's something wild to think about. If you hit it on video 3 and you don't understand why, you cannot replicate it. You got lucky. That's not a skill. That's not a system. That's a fluke wrapped in good timing. And flukes don't build careers. Now contrast that with someone who posts consistently for 8 months, studies their analytics, figures out exactly what their audience responds to, refines their hooks, tests different thumbnails, and then blows up on video 47. That person, they know exactly what they did. They can do it again. They can scale it. They can teach it. That's real leverage. Honestly, the person who struggles longer often builds something stronger because the struggle forces you to learn. Okay, let's address the comparison thing, because this one genuinely kills more creator careers than anything else. More than bad thumbnails, more than inconsistent uploads, more than algorithm changes. Comparison is the silent killer. Someone in your niche opens monetization in 1 month. You're 3 months in and still waiting. And your brain immediately goes, I must be doing something wrong. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe this isn't for me. But here's what you're not doing in that moment. You're not analyzing. You're just feeling. And feelings without data are just noise. So instead, and this is what I started doing and it genuinely changed everything for me. Instead of comparing outcomes, compare process. Pull up their channel, look at their upload frequency, look at how they structure their thumbnails, look at their titles, watch 3 of their videos and take actual notes. Are they doing something technically better? Maybe their audio is cleaner, maybe their pacing is tighter, maybe they're targeting a slightly different keyword. Find the actual delta, find the real difference, because once you find it, it's not a reason to feel bad. It's a roadmap, and sometimes, and this is important, sometimes you'll look at their channel and realize you're actually doing things better, and they're still growing faster. And that's when you have to sit with the uncomfortable truth that sometimes it really is just time, and patience, and volume. You might be the better chef, but if they've been in the kitchen longer, they've served more plates. It's that simple. I want you to close your eyes for a second. Well, don't actually close them because you're watching this, but just picture a marathon, 26.2 miles. And at mile 2, someone drops out because they're not in first place yet. You'd think that's insane, right? Like, obviously. You can't win a 26-mile race in the first 2 miles. That's not how distance works. But that's exactly what we do on YouTube, on Twitch, in business. We sprint for 2 weeks, get winded, see someone ahead of us, and think the race is over. The marathon metaphor hits different when you really sit with it, because in a marathon, the goal isn't to run the first mile as fast as possible. The goal is to manage your energy across the entire distance. Slow down when you need to, speed up when you can, stay hydrated, keep moving, and that translates directly. Burnout is the #1 reason creators quit. Not lack of talent, not bad strategy, not an unfair algorithm. Burnout. Because they treated a marathon like a sprint, ran at 100% for 3 weeks, had nothing left, and stopped. So part of being patient isn't just accepting that success takes time, it's actually building a pace you can sustain. Maybe that's 3 videos a week, maybe it's 1, maybe it's 2 streams per week instead of 5. Whatever keeps you in the game long enough to win, that's your pace. find it, protect it. I mean, I know creators who posted once a week for 2 years with no explosion, no viral moment, just steady, quiet consistency, and then something clicked. The algorithm caught up, a video found its audience, and suddenly they had a community that was actually loyal, not just people who clicked from a viral moment and never came back. That kind of audience, that's the one that actually buys merch. That's the one that joins Patreon. That's the one that shows up to streams. That slow-built loyalty is worth more than any overnight spike. Let me be real with you for a second. And I mean genuinely real, not inspirational poster, real. There will be weeks where you post something you're really proud of, and it gets 47 views, and 20 of those are you watching it back. There will be streams where you talk to nobody for 2 hours, and then log off feeling like a ghost. There will be moments where you genuinely wonder if you're delusional for thinking this could be a career. Those moments are not signs that you should quit. Those moments are the tuition fee for the career you're building. Every creator you respect has a story like that, every single one. The difference is they kept paying the tuition. They showed up even when it felt pointless. They posted even when nobody was watching, because they understood on some level that the work you do when nobody's watching is actually the work that prepares you for when everybody's watching. Difficulties aren't detours, they're the road, and the faster you can accept that, not begrudgingly, but actually accept it, the more peace you'll have in the process. And peace in the process is what lets you stay consistent. And consistency is literally the entire game. I'm not just saying this as a content strategy tip. I'm saying this because I genuinely believe that the ability to be patient under pressure is one of the rarest and most valuable skills a person can develop. In this industry and in life, it's a superpower that most people never unlock because they get scared and tap out too early. All right, let's bring it back to something actionable, because just be patient sounds nice, but that alone doesn't help you get better. So here's how I actually think about the long game in a way that keeps me sane and keeps me improving. First, know what you're doing and why you're doing it. Not in a vague, I want to be famous way, like specifically. What is the thing you're building? What does it look like in 2 years if it works? Write that down. Seriously. Put it somewhere you can see it, because when you're 3 months in and it's quiet, that vision is what you come back to. It's an anchor, not a fantasy. Second, measure the things you can control, not views, not subscribers, not watch time. Those are outcomes. Control your inputs. Did you upload this week? Did your hook get tighter? Did your audio quality improve? Did you study one thing about the algorithm? Grade yourself on effort and execution, not results. Results follow, but they lag. Always lag. Third, find your people before your audience finds you. I know that sounds weird, but seriously, find a small Discord, a creator community, a group chat with 2 other people doing the same thing, because the isolation of building something that nobody's watching yet is genuinely hard. And having people who understand that, who are in it with you, that makes the difference between month 4 and month 14. And fourth, and this one's the hardest, stop waiting to feel ready or successful before you enjoy the process. The process is the point. The uploads, the edits, the terrible stream with 3 viewers, the small improvement in your thumbnail game, that's the actual experience of being a creator. The big moments when they come, last for like a day, and then you're back to the process. So if you can't find something to love in the process, no number of views will fix that. Look, I'll leave you with this. The road to success doesn't have a shortcut. It genuinely doesn't. And I know that's not what the algorithm wants me to tell you. The algorithm wants me to say, do these 5 things and blow up in 30 days. But that's not real, and you deserve real. Be consistent, know what you're doing, and keep sharpening it. Analyze, adapt, and keep going. And above everything else, be patient. Not passive, not complacent, patient. There's a huge difference. Patient means you're working, you're improving, you're showing up, and you're trusting the compounding effect of doing all of that over time. You're not behind, you're just early. If this hit different for you, if you're sitting there right now and you needed to hear something like this, drop a comment and tell me where you're at. How many videos in are you? How many streams? Let's actually talk about it, because I read those comments and you're not alone in this. And if you want to go deeper, the Discord link is in the description. We've got a whole community of creators in there who are running this same marathon together. Come join us. Now get back to work. Your future audience is already waiting.